everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video we're going to do a year in review for the year 2023. It's been an amazing and blessed year over here on the YouTube channel. I feel that the channel has finally evolved into a form that I am happy with. You know, it's been years that I've been doing this, and now it's just trying new things and seeing what works and seeing what works in what place. So without further ado, let's do the year in review. Now, I've carried my clipboard around here with a pen and a sheet of paper, and I've been writing down things I want to mention, people I want to thank, and I'm sure even for 4 or 5 days jotting stuff down, I'm still going to forget somebody, and if I do, please forgive me for that. It's been a great and amazing year, and there's so many people to thank, so many shout outs to give, and I want to try to get to them all in a timely manner, and also talk to you about the future of the channel and where we're going, and talk about some of the better videos from the year. So without further ado, special thanks to, first and foremost, Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. The banner is back there. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to come into the family. I want to give a special shout out to Coleman and both Chris's that work there for their hospitality and generosity. We went to all 4 of the Klingspor's Woodworking Shops this year and done live scroll saw demos. The first one was in April in Asheville, and that just blew my mind, the hospitality and everything. And it was my first time interacting with a larger group of woodworkers. I had done scroll saw demos in the past, but not on a stage like that, if that makes any sense. So for me, it was my first quote-unquote official time doing live scroll saw demos, and I want to thank Klingspor's Woodworking Shop for all they've done. They give me the banner, they've given me sandpaper, they've given me shout outs throughout the year, they've invited me places. Thank you all for that. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Fox Chapel Publishing, thank you guys for that. You guys know throughout the year we done a lot of patterns from the Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine, as well as the books Fox Chapel Publishing sent me, and I want to thank them for that. I've now got a little cabinet that's got a printer on top of it out here in the workshop, to where I can go and photocopy patterns, you know, and save the originals and everything. So I'm really looking forward to doing more amazing projects from those books, as well as Steve Good Designs. I want to also give a shout out to him. I've done a lot of his older patterns this year. I just go through his pattern catalog when I have some free time, and I like to go all the way back to the beginning and then come back toward the newer ones. That way, if there's a hidden gem from the past of his archive, I can hopefully bring it to life here on the channel. I want to thank Rikon, especially for the new and amazing Rikon table saw. This thing is so precise, and I love it. Precision and quality. I tag them in my post whenever I use this amazing machine that the tripod is sitting on. So thank you, Joe Taylor up there at Rikon. I really appreciate this. First Dude Woodworks, my buddy Devin at First Dude Woodworks, I got to meet him this year at Myrtle Beach when we went on the family vacation. They live in Conway, South Carolina, which is a town before Myrtle Beach, and they came down and we had a nice meal at Hard Rock Cafe, and then they surprised me by showing up at the Klingspor's Woodworking Extravaganza in Hickory, North Carolina. And I admit I got a little emotional for them to come that far to see me and get another picture with me. And my buddy Devin, he comments on all of my posts. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. The NC Woodworkers, thank you guys so much. I am officially part of the amazing group of NC Woodworkers. There is the badge that was made for me. Thank you to my buddy Robert for making that. But really, really cool. You see it's got the ncwoodworker.net logo at the top, my name, Artisan Pirate, and at the bottom, YouTuber, because I'm not just a woodworker. I like to do a multitude of things, as you guys know. So I thank those guys and everyone on the forum. I try to post there and interact as regularly as I can, and just talk to some amazing woodworkers and get to hang out with them if ever the chance raises up to where I can go out and hang out with woodworkers in their shops. That is really, really cool. The Mebane Train display. Now, I'm thanking them just because of who they are as an outlet for me in the model train hobby. I have went up there and learned so much about the model trains, especially like soldering and the wiring, and like just the general history of like when Lionel went through the phases of its company, you know, and everything. And then we also get to look at every second Saturday some amazing and beautifully detailed O-scale trains go around the Mebane Train display layout. And then we also house and take care of the Tommy Long train collection. And if you're ever in the area, I highly encourage you to check out the Mebane Train display. Jerry Meismer, I really want to thank him. Me and him have really bonded and become great friends this year, and he is the man that's been at all the demos as well as the extravaganza, turning the wooden cowboy hats out of a single chunk of wood, and that's an amazing process to watch. We went up, me and some other woodworkers went up to his house right before it got cold, and we just had a day in his shop. Then we shared a meal together. Jerry blessed the food and everything, and it was just an amazing, great time hanging out with woodworkers. Anytime you get a group of us together, it's always going to be a great time. He even gave me a plate that he had made. It is a beautiful piece, and it looks like a sunflower, and my mom loves sunflowers, and I've got it on a plate display in the model train room to where it does not have a chance of getting damaged out here. He's also made me a couple of his little bird houses. One of them, it is the time of the year for Christmas. One of them is on the Christmas tree, and one of them is over here on display at my little display shadow box I made this year. So thank you, Jerry. I want to thank my buddy Marty at Marty's Ramblings for allowing me to come on his show. Me and him have become better friends this year, just talking through voice chat and everything. He is a long haul trucker, but also a woodworker, and he does a lot of vlog style videos, you know, like out on nature trails and everything. But he also comes back home and does live scroll saw work on his channel, and he allowed me as a guest on his Saturday show, and we had an amazing time. And looking forward to getting back on there and maybe doing an everyday carry, an EDC video where we talk about what we have in our day-to-day carries. I know we're huge fans of the everyday carry stuff, like a Swiss Army knife, or you know, just something like that that you carry around daily. I want to thank Sam Knight, my buddy at Knighthood Creations, for everything he has done. He lives an hour up the road, and he comes down periodically, or I go up to him periodically in Roxborough, North Carolina, and we hang out and talk shop. He has helped me a lot in forms of doing wood turning and everything, like technique and how to hold everything. He is an amazing teacher, and he's also taught me a ton of stuff on the Lightburn software for the laser. You guys know I just got a new laser, so I'm really looking forward to give that thing a great and thorough test run once the new year arrives. I've got more gifts to make for it. We're right here before Christmas, so it's right at crunch time for me. I want to thank my friend Cabell Young. He went with me on the Asheville trip, and we went up to his old school that was on the mountaintop. It had a castle-like cathedral where church was held, and that was so beautiful. And if you guys missed those pictures, please go back and watch that video. He also went with me on a lot of the nature trails we've done this year. We went to Cedar Rock Park, the Arboretum in Burlington, and places like that, and he was always happy to tag along and offer his opinion on what I should document, because he, like me, loves history. And I also want to thank my buddy, Robert Cohen. He is a great friend of mine in New York, and he came all the way down from New York. He's an hour from Canada to spend a week with me, and we both participated at the Woodworking Extravaganza in October as part of the NC Woodworkers. We were side by side doing live scroll saw demos, and then after that event was done, we came back to Burlington, North Carolina, and he hung out here for a week before heading back home to New York. And he's also helped me a ton on the laser, helping me create some light burn files for some special ornaments for like companies like Klingspor, Rikon, and NC Woodworkers and Fox Chapel Publishing. Thank you so much for that, buddy. If you were a lot closer, we would hang out a lot more, my friend, because we have so much in common with the woodworker and woodworking stuff and the love of history. Of course, he is his local town's historian, so I find that very, very cool. That is all the people I want to thank right now, and I'm sure I'm going to thank a one as we go on down the line here. But I want to talk about my top 3 videos. Now, you guys know we've done a lot of content this year. As a matter of fact, I can segue into that. Number of total videos uploaded, including this one. This is shorts, Wednesday videos, Friday videos, the whole 9 yards. I uploaded 46 main scroll saw woodworking and crafts videos, or scroll saw videos, excuse me, Wednesday or other videos. You guys know on Wednesday we went somewhere, we reviewed something out here in the shop, put something together, or I showed you some of my collection, whether it be Swiss Army knives or Hot Wheels, or it was also just a sticker swap video or something like that. We haven't done one of those in a while, and I want to get back to doing those and swapping with more people. That was 52 videos. And then shorts, the little 60-second clips you film directly from your phone, or that's how I do it, and put them up on Friday. I've done 47 of those for a grand total, including the video you guys are watching. That is 145 videos. That is a lot of content to generate in a 52-week year. And keep in mind, I do not do all of the 52 weeks because I take part of January and part of September off. Of course, September is usually the annual family beach trip, and that's why I take 2 weeks off for that, just to get ready and unwind at the beach that I love so much. But my top 3 scroll saw woodworking videos were as follows. all of these generated several thousand views for me, and I thank you guys for that, for viewing them, for sharing them, for showing them off to people, and then people getting back to me wanting to see how they can find the video, and then I forward them the link. One of the videos was the hitchhiking backpack couple here. This is a Fox Chapel Publishing pattern, and I done this video earlier in the spring. I made two of these. I made one set for my buddies and that like to go hitchhiking and backpacking through nature trails and everything, and had a YouTube channel at one point, and I think they still do. Gnar Carolina is G-N-A-R, like gnarly, but Gnar Carolina, if you guys want to look them up. And I want to give them a shout out because they are also friends that are very dear to me. My buddy Shannon, who's an amazing digital artist, and also his wife Misty, who is a great individual, and they house parties throughout the year, and they're always a great time. So I made them a set of these, and I documented this over on my Instagram feed, and then people wanted to see how I made them, so I of course went back and done a video of it for myself and Fox Chapel Publishing. But this video here reached about 2,000 view count, so that's really cool. The next video was a Steve Good design, and I think we done this one as well in late spring, early summer, and this is the miniature sailboat diorama, and this one got around 2,000 views, and it can come out of its cradle here. And you can see it's got some great detail in it, and I appreciate Steve Good for all the little miniature dioramas he's released this year, and I want to get back to doing some more of those. And that was this year's pattern for 2023. Again, I like to go through his pattern catalog and pick out different things. And then my most popular scroll saw woodworking project video for the year was this one here. This is also a Steve Good design. It's an older design of his. It's a compound cut piece, so we revisited compound cutting on the scroll saw. And on one side it says enjoy, the other side it says today, enjoy today. And this video here for this little project here reached over 6,000 views, and I truly appreciate that, everyone. You have no idea what that means to me. And that is the top 3 scroll saw project videos. Of course, I just released a short Wednesday talking about them very briefly in the 60-second manner, so I hope that was a little more in-depth for you guys that caught the short video that was released on Wednesday. And then this video here, the final one, is Friday. So I thank you all for sticking with me. My thoughts on the year, what I got to do this year. I got to do a lot more than I usually get to do in a calendar year because I'm so busy out here in the workshop making content for you guys. Of course, I got to travel. I got to go to all 4 Clean Sports Woodworking Shop locations and do live scroll saw demos. As I mentioned at the beginning, we went to Asheville, we went to Cary, we went to Hickory, we went to Winston-Salem. And Winston-Salem, of course, was a 2-day event, which is the Woodworking Extravaganza, which is also the largest woodworking show in the state of North Carolina. And I highly encourage anyone, if they can, to get to that annual trip that's in October. And I'm looking forward to it next year already. New tools that I picked up along the way this year. Of course, the Rikon table saw, and also the new Ray 5 longer 20-watt laser. That was a huge step up from the 5-watt when we released a video of that last week, just generally showing it. And I want to do a lot of videos on that machine, but keep in mind, it's never going to take the place of scroll saw woodworking content over here on the channel. That's what I love doing, and that's what I am passionate about. My let's see, my buddy Sam Knight got me very active this year because this year I started looking at my health. I am 35. I turned 35 in July. Good Lord willing, I'll be 36 next July, you know, and I am now taking an account of my health more and more as I get older. I'm trying to be more active. Woodworking is not a high impact sport. You don't get a lot of exercise and, you know, the blood pumping and everything out here in the workshop and everything. But he took me to disc golf, and I finally picked up a set of them, and we went disc golfing 3 or 4 times this year. And it's a sport that I absolutely love. I love the uniqueness of it, you know, throwing the disc and everything. And I thank Sam for that. And he also took me kayaking with my buddy Cavill for the first time. We went up to Roxborough to Lake Mayo, I believe is the name of it, and we went kayaking for a day, and that really worked the shoulders. I had never done it, and because of my height, you know, and doing the oar like this to get going, I felt that after we got done on the ride home. Thankfully I didn't drive on that trip because my shoulders were sore, but I really appreciate that, and I want to try to do it again. The train room, we were back in the train room a few times this year, and I thank people for continuing to ask about that. That is my little hidey hole, my little man cave where I retreat to and just run trains or work on some models. And I've got more models going right now. The 3D printer is actively running now, making more buildings now that we have the permanent train table up. And as I get more stuff, we will go back into the train room. So just keep that in mind. And let's see, also, my Instagram was hacked, unfortunately, in it was late May, early June that it happened, unfortunately. My original account that I had built up to over 3,000 followers, unfortunately got hacked. I can still go to it. It's still actively up. I just cannot access it. I cannot log into it. I've contacted, I've went through everything I can. And thankfully, the people that are really diehard followers of mine, like they actually go through and watch everything I do and really interact with me. Most of them came back to the new account I made, and that account is Artisan Pirate at Instagram. So please keep that in mind. If you wonder why the old original account hasn't posted anything lately, that is why. And that's one of the negatives that came out of the year, and that did kind of bum me out for a few weeks. It kind of took the winds out of my sails, as it were. You guys know I am a pirate, so I was just sitting here like a ship without a rudder. I didn't know what to do. But thankfully, I made a new account under some people's suggestions, and we have rocked and rolled and went with it. And again, a lot of the people that had followed me on the old account have refollowed me on it. Of course, some of them double checked to make sure it really was me, the Artisan Pirate, and of course it is. Also, let's see, I got back into reading. My mom, for my birthday, got me the original Jaws book. You guys know I love that movie. I wear a lot of the shirts throughout the year, especially the tank tops in the summer, because it just gets so sweltering hot out here in the shop during the summer months down here in the South. And I finally got the book and read it from start to finish, and it took me about 2 months because my speed had decreased, sadly. I used to read a lot in my early 20s, but I had backed off of it, and I hadn't read a book from cover to cover in probably, I hate to say this, but really 9 or 10 years. So when I picked that up, I went through it. It reignited my love for reading, and I've now read, at the time of this video's recording, 3 more books. I went to Stephen King's books. I read The Eyes of the Dragon next, which was my very first book by Stephen King, and it was some nostalgia for me. You guys know how nostalgic I am for things in my past. So I read that, and now I'm going through the Dark Tower series by him as well. So I'm really happy to be reading again, and that was just something I really loved. Let's see. What to look forward to, and your opinion matters. You guys, my viewers, you guys know that I cannot do this unless you guys tune in. That's how it works. That's how I do things as a YouTuber. So this year, of course, the main focus was Scroll Saw Woodworking on the Mondays videos, and I know that's what 85% of the people that have clicked the subscribe button have followed me for, the Scroll Saw content. The Wednesday videos are kind of a mishmash to where we can throw up anything. We can do a tip that was in a previous video where I go more in depth for it. We can review and unbox a tool and assemble it. We can go over some stuff like that. We can do a sticker swap video, or we can go out to a park. I also showed off some of my collection this year, my Hot Wheels collection and Swiss Army knife collection, and of course, to go back, the train room. So really, really neat. If you guys enjoyed that content, I'm uploading 3 days a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please let me know, guys, what you would like to see for future content as far as Scroll Saw woodworking projects. I've already got a list of content I would like to do next year. I've never made a clock on the channel. I don't think, I'd have to go back. I made a train clock that went on the mantle in the train room, and it's still there from Scroll Saw Village. That's where the pattern came from. But I really want to make one of those nice tall clocks on camera, and I don't know if I would break that up into 2 or 3 parts or not. Just let me know your thoughts as well for the Wednesday videos. Would you like to see me go back to more of the parks, the nature trails, stuff like that? I am more than happy to go that and get out in nature and get my steps in. Of course, as I've already iterated, want to reiterate, I'm taking more account for my health, and I'm also thinking about going and maybe joining a gym where there is a pool where I can do laps in the pool. I love to swim. I'm like a fish in the water. So really, really cool. Ideas for future videos, and this is for Wednesday content. Again, I've got a lot of ideas in my head for Scroll Saw projects. Those are never ending because there's so many versatile patterns out there, and you guys know I love showing off a Scroll Saw's versatility. Ideas for future Wednesday videos. One thing you guys commented a lot on is, do I sleep? Because of the times my videos and stories go up. Of course, when I'm on social media doing the stories, the behind the scenes, it does a timestamp and people see what time it is in my area. Of course, I do sleep. I don't get a lot of sleep, but I do sleep. And then when I'm not sleeping, I'm out here, I'm with family, I'm with friends, I'm out doing errands like getting groceries or something, or I'm editing videos for you. And you guys also know I am a retro gamer. So every morning when I get up with my coffee, while a video is usually processing on the computer beside me, I have the TV on and I'm playing a retro retro game. Right now I'm going through the N64 library, and right now, as of the time this video is recording, I'm playing the original Paper Mario. I never got to play that as a kid, so it's good to go back and do that, because I know that the Switch is going to release the 1,000-Year Door for Paper Mario, and that was one of my favorite games ever that I replayed over and over again as a kid. But I want to do a video on my schedule, like what time I get up, what time I go to bed, and just stuff like that, like what I do on days when I'm not out here, stuff like that. Just let me know if you guys are interested in that. And another video I would like to do, I didn't write it down here, but now that I think about it, how I run this channel and how I use my social medias. Again, both of those ideas are for Wednesday videos, so just let me know what you think. And let me also know down in the comments what kind of future content you would like to see in the forms of scroll saw woodworking crafts. So please just let me know. Milestones for this year. We reached over 500 uploads on this channel, and that is amazing. And keep in mind, I had a YouTube channel for years. Back in 2010, I think that's when I made the channel. And of course, it was just a random handle, and that was for me to comment on like music videos, because I remember that was how YouTube was back in the day. And then also to just put the occasional video up. I would make picture slideshows and just put generic music over it with no real rhyme or reason or schedule. It was in the last 5 years, and also this year, 2023, is 5 continuous years on YouTube. And the last 3 years, 3 years I've been doing it full time and under a schedule. You know, that was one of the things that I felt the channel reached this year, was a evolution of form to how it's going to be in the future, that Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload. And always keep in mind, if I've got a video for Monday, more than likely there's going to be a Wednesday and Friday video. So please always click that subscribe button and never miss none of my content. If it's a Wednesday video where we're out doing something different than woodworking, by all means you can skip it, but every view count helps me, and I want you guys to know that. And a major milestone we reached this year was 1 million total lifetime views on the channel, and I thank you guys for that. That blesses me and humbles me. You have no idea that 1 million people at some point in this big world we live in, out of everybody on the world, 1 million people clicked on a video from me and seen a video, and I appreciate that so much. And now the sky is the limit. I've always heard, why is the sky, excuse me, I'm trying to remember the quote correctly. Why shoot for the sky? Why is the sky the limit when there's footprints on the moon? That was the quote I'm trying to figure out. You know, so I figure really and truly the sky is the limit here, and I really appreciate it. We're right at 9,500 subscribers, and it would be a great Christmas gift to reach 10,000 subscribers before the new year. You know, the new year is right around the corner as well. But we've had a great year on the channel, and I thank you all for tagging along and tuning into the platform with me. Of course, always links to all my social medias as well as ways to contact me will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. By no means is this my last video, and we'll be back next year. But keep in mind, as I take this 3-4 week, maybe even a month-long break, you can always reach out to me on my social medias. You can always ask for an Artisan Pirate sticker to sticker swap if you want to send me a note of encouragement. Anything someone sends me, I put out here and display in the workshop in some way, shape, or form. And I'm greatly running out of room, you know, as wall space and floor space is at a premium in a 12-foot by 24-foot long shop. But I always try to display anything anybody gives me and give them the proper shout outs and everything. And I'm always open to talk about anything with people, especially if you guys just want to chat. Just reach out to me and I'll be happy to do that. But I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May God bless you all. It is now time to put the camera up for the rest of the year and relax with family and friends. I'm going to get the last few gifts I've got to get made done behind the camera, and I will of course be posting everything I make over on my social medias once they're done. Again, there won't be a video for those projects per se, because this is the final video for the year. But thank you all for sticking along with me. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. That's about all for this one, and remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, God bless you all, take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.